My name is Darius, welcome to my channel. Today episode is going to be very special. I've got a comparison between Xiaomi Mi 11 and Samsung S21. Okay, let's talk about design and build quality. Xiaomi is a nice big device with 6.81 inches. Very premium device. The back is plastic, however it feels really nice in the hand. You got metal frames on the sides. A similar texture on Samsung, the slightly smaller 6.2 inches. So you can clearly see the difference when you're holding both devices in the hand. So depending which one you prefer, I normally like smaller devices, but to be honest, 6.2 is slightly too small. This is just perfect for my hands. Let's move on to fingerprint scanners before we have a look at displays. 1, 2, 3. I think the Mi 11 is slightly faster. However, Samsung S21 has ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which is one of the fastest on the market so far, or probably the fastest. So I don't really understand why. Yeah, I think still Xiaomi doing a better job. Okay, so now we can see the displays. Xiaomi Mi has an advantage because it has 2K resolution when you only get Full HD Plus on Samsung S21. Also, brightness on, let's go the brightest here. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Samsung S21 is a beautiful display. However, on Mi 11, the brightness is 1500 nits, which is the best on the market so far. Both devices have dual stereo speakers. However, Mi 11 has Harman Kardon speakers and the sound is just incredible. I mean, it's mind-blowing. If you are a fan of watching films, Netflix, YouTube, you are going to love Mi 11. Oh, I forgot to mention, both of devices have 120 Hertz refresh rate, so you can see they both are really fast. I've been using both for a couple of days, didn't see any issues whatsoever. Okay, let's move to performance. Xiaomi Mi 11 has the latest Snapdragon 888. On the other side, Samsung S21 Exynos 2100 chipset. Both have 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabyte storage in this case. Okay, let's talk about cameras. Let's start with front-facing cameras. Okay, so this is 4K 60 frames per second on Samsung Galaxy S21. This is the sounds that are coming from, and there's a huge advantage for Samsung because it shoots 4K 60 frames per second. Really impressed with that. Well done, Samsung. Sadly, no 4K on Xiaomi Mi 11. There's 1080p 60 frames per second. This is the sound that coming from this device. You let me know which one do you think it's better. Also, Samsung has an option to shoot wide angle and ultra wide angle on selfies. Xiaomi only got one option. There is 10 megapixel camera on Samsung S21 and there is a 20 megapixel on Mi 11. So if you are doing loads of vlogs, taking selfies, you should definitely consider S21. Let's talk about main cameras. Both of these devices have 108 megapixel main camera. And the pictures are really nice. There is a slight advantage on the Samsung. In my opinion, There is a better dynamic range, the sharpness is slightly better, and then you got a dedicated telephoto lens, and there's a wider angle on your ultra wide. So if you do loads of photography, you are going to love the S21. However, in terms of features, Mi 11 has loads of different options, especially for night photography. Okay, I was testing the other day, and then you can pick your long exposure photography. Also, on the top of this, you've got your vlog mode, and there is also a movie effect for your slower shooter. You got the magic zoom, dolly zoom, which is really nice. I haven't had a chance to test it yet. Also, you can shoot night time lapse. Really good, love it. This is very cool. Look at this spiral effect. So if you want to be very creative with your shots, you're definitely going to enjoy Xiaomi. Let's talk about the videos. Both of devices shoot 8K, 4K. Slow motions on both sides, there's not much difference. However, I think the stabilization is slightly better on Xiaomi. Fast charging, massive difference. Mi 11 can fast charge up to 55 watts and 50 wireless. Unfortunately, Samsung can only do 25 watts fast charger. So there's no clear winner here. I would pick Mi 11, but I really miss the 4K option on the selfie camera on the Mi devices, which is really disappointing. But the screen is just so great that I really enjoy using it. That's why I would go for Mi 11. Also, it's worth to mention that Samsung S21 has IP68 water resistance and dust resistance, which is always an extra feature. But you've got a IR blaster for your remote control options. So let's talk about the price just to finish off. I bought Mi 11 for just under £600, and this is Chinese version. The global is going to be released very shortly. On the other side, I noticed the S21 is cheaper than the S20 when it was released last year. And you can get it for about £700. So Mi is cheaper, but there's not a massive difference. Okay, please let me know which device would you pick and why. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.